All right, I believe we are live. If you are in the chat, let me know how the sound is. And if you're watching this after the fact, feel free to skip forward a bunch. Just so you don't have to sit here through me futzing around with the sound settings. A little bit under the weather, which is going to explain why my voice is going to sound a little bit nasally. I'm drinking lots and lots of water, amongst other things, here on New Year's Eve. And I'm just going to dive right into the gameplay. And like I said, if you're watching this after the fact, feel free to skip forward a few minutes. And let's get started. So I've carved up the teams into Team West and East. And let's see who we've got here today. Sweeting, this is going to be my first ever. Awesome. Yeah, welcome. I think you wrote that perhaps before the stream started, but if you do join us, welcome, welcome. If you're watching this after the fact, thanks for watching. And let's take a look at Team West, headlined here by Ganji playing as the Dravidians in blue, Dan as the Koreans in purple. I always love to see Koreans in Rage Forest with those crazy Mangonel 10 range. Daniel as the Spanish in orange, and last but not least, Nolo as the Hindustani in red. Opposite of him, Team East, we've got Samero playing as the Malians. In his pocket, Valis as the Poles. In gray, the Ode Meister, this gentleman likes to sing, as the Slavs in gray. I feel like gray is a good color for the Slavs. I like the Boyar in gray. And last but not least, the Viper playing as the Turks in his lovely yellow. So we've got the Turks opposite the Dravidians. That's going to be funny because after all the drama this year with the Viper and Hera over the Dravidians, we'll see ultimately how the Viper decides to play it against the Dravidians. And we've got the Hindustanis opposite the Malians. Two pretty powerful civilizations, actually. One with Farimba camels, one with Imperial camels, one with some Chattagny hand cannoneers, one with Gabetos. For now, let's take a look at what's happening around the map. Teal has kind of walled himself in here. Samero does not want to deal with these villagers. Okay, I mean, the threat's kind of gone. I think you can take your villager out. But having walled in his own villager, he is now stuck. He's given up about 15 tiles of distance here. And let's see how this battle unfolds. Now let's take a quick look at the map while it does. To the south, very easy map. Samero and Nolo have literally one avenue of attack between their bases. This little tiny corridor to the north is where it gets a little bit more interesting, because we've got a big fat juicy corridor here in the center of the map that trifurcates to the north. And then, I mean, I don't even know how you would begin walling this off as the Viper. Do you focus here, or not just the Viper, maybe Ganji as well? But a lot of avenues of attack. Purple pinging furiously over here. He wants to deal with this Turkish incursion, and deal with it they will. 2v1. Ooh, but Ganji's scout, maybe he's going for the high ground. Yeah, he's going for that high ground, the Viper. The Viper gets the high ground as well, but now Ganji can escape, and Dan is going to chase down the Viper's scout. What's happening down here? Okay, just a wild boar being taken. Okay, so the usual Rage Forest shenanigans are beginning. The players fighting over tiles that may or may not be that relevant. There's a lot of effort that goes into fighting over these little real estate, pieces of real estate, when the reality is later on in the game, none of this ever actually matters or means anything. And looks like the Viper did ultimately lose his scout here. Was it? Yeah, it was the Korean scout who is now helping his teammate. Oh my god, is he taking the... Dan is taking the Viper's deer. And they begin the long push journey. I mean, this is a lot of micro out of our Korean battle. Let's see what he's doing back home. He's got villagers queued up. Oh, to see his perspective right now. This is a free 140 food get there for Team West. And the Dravidian's going to have a fun time with that. That is just absolutely hilarious. It looks like Nolo is trying to bust his way in here, but not only has Samero caught him, but Mother Nature herself is rebelling against this incursion. He's trying to do a quick wall in and he manages to get it, but now what the hell do you do? Now you've got a villager here. You've wasted a bunch of wood, not a lot, but you've wasted a bunch of wood. And really, at the end of the day, your villager is still not really going to accomplish much. There is no way he's going to be left alone. Is Purple going to go back for the rest of the deer? No, he's not. Why is he pinging over here? Tenchi, hi, how are you? Happy New Year. I apologize if my voice is a little raspy, a little nasally. I am a little under the weather. Ooh, has anyone seen the Viper's villager here? Possibly if he walked over these palisade tiles, maybe? Other than that, the boar pulls begin. Let's see how well our Spaniard does here. Gets one, gets the second, gets the third. Clean pull out of Daniel. And Nolo's infrastructure just keeps getting pushed into. Again, I ask, to what end? Let's see what he does when he busts in here with no fewer than 6 villagers. Our Malian nowhere close to going up to feudal age, although he may have queued it up here. No, he's going full on villagers right now, going up to 24 villagers. And the Viper, oh my goodness, Mother Nature is really kicking ass in this game. But let's not forget, the Viper has snuck in a random yellow villager here, this Turkish villager. Bard, happy New Year. Thanks so much for joining. You guys might hear a click here too. That's me muting my microphone just so I don't cough in your ear. And yeah, we're going to start the night off with some Rage Force, and then we'll see if you guys want to watch some 1v1s. If you guys want to watch some more Rage Forest, I am very much open to it. Shuitang, happy 2024. Thank you so much for joining and for all the awesome comments on the videos. And now Red is sneaking in another villager, but this villager has even less HP than the other one. The other one, by the way, looks like he's dead. Looks like he tried to escape. Oh man, looks like he tried to escape and create a bit of a blockade here. Is that where this villager is going? I don't know. I don't even know why the hell the Malian is really pushing into here. Do you really need this pile of stone right now? Are you really going to mine it? No, you are just going to get a whole bunch of idle time for your villagers as they fight here. And let's see how the game goes on. Oh, the Viper's contesting water. He's got a Turkish. Now remember, the Turks, their scouts automatically become light cav, automatically become hussars. So the longer the stable goes here, rather stays here, and the longer the Viper hangs out and gets his light cavalry units out, the more dangerous they become as they go on. Brian, happy New Year. Nice to see you. Glad you could join. And again, to everyone watching, I do apologize. My voice is going to be a little raspy, a little under the weather. You're going to hear a click here and there every few minutes as I cough, because I am a little bit under the weather, a little sick. Oh, I thought for a second the Viper I thought for a second the Viper was going to push this purple deer, just like Purple stole one of his. I mean, what is going on with these wolves on this map? I always love to see Rage Forest shenanigans. And the Viper now contesting the water. Wants to make an issue of it. Is he training more? No, he is not. Purple is, though. So Purple's going to wrest control of this lake very easily from the Viper. Red? I guess if at first you don't succeed, do the same exact thing you've been doing. What is he doing? Just delete this palisade. Just delete these two. And you have a clear path of attack. Why are you attacking this one? That is very confusing. Not too sure why he's doing that. Ruben, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Happy New Year. Some cardamom water. Interesting. I was told oregano oil is what I should be drinking. But honestly, anything at this point is good. It's hydrating. I've got my, what are they called? I have one of those silly things that has Oh, 1 second. My wife is asking if I want some tea. Ooh, yeah. I have one of those flasks that has at the top, it says like 7 a.m. and you're supposed to drink all of the water by the end of the day. At the bottom, it says like, what does it say? What time? 9 p.m. I'm going to let you in on a little tidbit of Cast of Empires of Isaac's life. I do not wake up at 7 a.m. and I do not go to sleep at 9 p.m. So that flask, realistic, not really, but it does remind me to drink a bunch of water. Blue has snuck in a little tiny, teeny army here to the back of the space between the Viper and Odemeister. More wolves attacking more village. The wolf might actually get the villager here. No, never mind. She survives with 8 HP. The battle here between our Hindustani and the Malian is intensifying. There is now a tower and an outpost. And let's see what the players do here. Our Malian is getting pushed back. What is his pocket Valis doing? Our Pole sending 2 villagers forward. Is he in castle? Yes, he is. Does he have the stone for a castle? No, he does not. So no Schlachter anytime soon. Oh man, the Viper. The Viper is being attacked by a very pleasing line of archers, all lined up perfectly. That is very pleasing to the eye. And now his infrastructure gets caught. 175 wood down the shitter, more wood down the shitter. I don't understand why the players do this. Do they, what do they really hope to accomplish? Our Spaniard from all the way to the top left of the map is plopping down a big castle. Let's see how the Malian reacts. He is trying to stop these villagers, but with the red tower to support, I don't know that he's going to be able to do this. Oh my god, even more Malian. 17 Malian villagers. This is Samero's entire economy. 16 villagers out of 20 are right here. Now the castle only has 900 HP. This one villager didn't get the memo that she's supposed to attack other villagers. Oh, and he's safe and sound now, is our Spaniard. But why did he wall himself in where part of the wall off was Teal's outpost? Teal can just delete that. And unless there's orange villagers in this tower, that's all she wrote for this castle. Why is he going after red? Go after orange. One more poke and no more Spanish. She absconded into the tower. That is very sour there for our Malian. What is Valis doing to help? Not much, because red's villager, that little wily coyote who snuck in through the back, is now creating a secondary wall off. Our Malian is all alone. Okay, but a tower will be able to shoo away any villagers silly enough to try to finish constructing this castle. So we'll keep an eye out on that development. The Viper's dock is down, has forced out a bunch of fire ships. His stable, though, still up. Blue is still here, being very annoying. Did Ganji manage to sneak in any kind of infrastructure, or is he just feeding these units through the gate? Jesse, thanks so much for joining with the period. How do you feel? Like you, I am also under the weather, feeling like shite. But what the hell was that? Oh, there's a spearman here. I thought this guy just died on his own. Andres, welcome. Thanks everyone for joining. Things are heating up here. Things have actually been quite hot from the very beginning of the match. Orange was not able to get that Spanish castle up. Unfortunately, did lose a little bit of stone. He has 900 stone. Where did he place the next one? Right under my very nose. And now our Pole is here. He is bringing siege. Does he have the stone for a castle? He's got 10 villagers on stone. And so we are going to see some Schlachter privileged knights flowing out of Green's base very soon. And what is the Viper doing here? He's got the second lowest score on his team, the third lowest score in the game overall. Our Turk is turtling. Lots and lots of stone for him. 644 stone. He drops off whatever the villagers are carrying. Where is he going to put his castle? Incredibly defensive. Okay, so this is the Viper in a nutshell, right? Placing these incredibly defensive structures, playing incredibly defensively. The Spanish castle does go up, but now there's a Polish castle in the works. And let's see if this castle goes up. Ooh, no. Crossbow's able to stymie the castle. Oh, that is so sour. And let's see, the Scorpions are going to try to zone this out. So this castle probably will go up, maybe not. Oh, that is hilarious. Our Dravidian is going to take this Slavic Scorpion to hell. You lost some ranked games? That sucks. Happy New Year as well. I'm not too sure what I have. I think just a cold. We took our baby. Oh, Ganji not paying attention. We took our baby to see some family, and a few of the family members were getting over some colds, and so I think we did a little bit too prematurely. They do always make crossbows flee, but when there's an elephant and a mangonel follow-up, oh, unfortunately, the you know what else is gonna make them flee? A big castle here, and the Viper has secured himself. This little band continues to do jack nothing, even though they've got 5 kills. Polish versus Spanish castles. It looks like the Polish one is on the high ground. Siege is not going to last very long against this mangonel. HP 4800. Our Polish castle is a little bit weaker, having taken some damage from the ram, and this stable is still here. The Viper, though, safe and sound. His own mangonel is now out. This time Blue is paying attention and gets out of the way. Another mangonel en route. So we're gonna have a mango war. The first to Imperial looks like it's going to be who is it going to be? I think our Spaniard, followed by our Slav, and then our Pole. And he's getting husbandry as our Pole, so gee, I wonder what direction he's going to go. Our Malian, oh goodness gracious. He sacrificed a lot of villagers trying to stop that Spanish castle from going up, so he is taking a well-deserved break. Jacking that lumber. Does he have... He has no villagers on gold, 1 villager on stone, 29 on lumber. This is his only non-lumber villager here right now. And somehow our Hindustani... Oh, he's being so annoying. How has no one killed this villager yet? Oh man. Yeah, kids, I'm not looking forward to starting daycare, because I remember when my brother first started daycare with his daughter, he was sick for 1.5 years. They're just little tiny bacteria pits. Happiest of New Year's, Admiral. Thanks so much. I'm glad you could join. How is everyone doing on this New Year's Eve? Although I shouldn't assume, some of you are in a time zone in the future where New Year's has already happened, and these Janissaries let me know if they survive or not. Oh, they do manage to get a mangonel. They pack a punch, so if they're not, if you're don't micro against them, ugh, you are in some bad trouble. Not too sure what our Hindustani expects to accomplish here besides distracting, but honestly, Valis doesn't have anything at home. How many full works does he have, by the way? I always love to see this. 7 full works. And here comes the Cavalier upgrade. Unfortunately, red. I mean, I love this beautiful little triple wall off that he's created, but green's infrastructure is already here. 10 stables. I don't know if you guys can hear that. My baby just woke up, screaming into the night. As our pole pushes out, I guess our the baby doesn't like Schlachter privileges. Okay, so a mangonel standoff here. It looks like our Korean is moving forward to help support. He's taking out some of these Janissaries. How is a Korean mangonel losing out the Janissaries here? Oh, because he doesn't have the Shinki-chan upgrade just yet, nor Siege Engineers, even though he is in Imperial. Orange is pinging here. He's gotten the Polish castle down, but 25 Cavaliers are en route. The season premiere, I think the season finale. Villagers, Fertile, repairing. Armalian happy to take on a supporting role as long as these Schlachta Cavaliers. Does anyone here watch the Marvel What If series, or am I the only man-child present at the moment? Hindustani camel, basic camel, not heavy, not elite, takes on a Cavalier and pays the price, but now the Cavalier's gonna die. I don't think you can take on a full health camel yet. You know, you die basically immediately. You're from the future. Oh, man. And this is what I'm talking about. Tell me, am I misunderstanding something? Why do the players fight tooth and nail? I get you don't want this to happen. You don't want your enemy to insert a bunch of units into the back of your base. That's fine. I have no issue with that. That's a valid concern, as are 46 Cavaliers. But at some point, this map basically turns into Arabia. It's an open map. Oh, it's 8 a.m. I was not very happy with the finale of the second season. Season 1 was amazing. Season 2, I loved the first episode. And then the other episodes all kind of sucked. I'm a little disappointed. The animation quality is great, but the episodes themselves suck. You know what else sucks? Losing your entire freaking army to a whole bunch of Polish Cavaliers. Attack upgrades to the 9s, defensive upgrades non-existent. And someone please kill this villager from like half an hour ago. Oh, Admiral, yeah, we're gonna see Rage Forest, and then I'm gonna put it up to you guys after this game is over. If you guys want to see more Rage Forest, because I've got about 11 Rage Forest games lined up, or if you want to see some 1 versus 1 high elo games, also down to clown with those. It looks like things have kind of slowed down, so why don't we take a look at what's going on around the map. Spanish Halberdiers are gonna get absolutely swamped here by now 49 Cavaliers. Okay, these Halberdiers should probably take a fight. I don't think you need to retreat to your castle. Halberdier versus Cavalier should do pretty well, especially since the Poles, I don't think they get the last armor upgrade. To the north, the Viper and his Slavic ally, who now has siege onagers, but where is the Korean siege onager with the 10 range? Let's frickin' see it. I put it to the Poles. Inquisition, Yepsung. I put it to the Poles on the channel as to which do you prefer, which siege onager do you prefer. I thought the Koreans would do a little bit better. We're getting artillery for the Turk as well, so we're gonna get to see a large big boom boom battle happening soon. And our Spaniard meets the Cavaliers with 53 Halberdiers upgrades, not yet fully upgraded. Grand Trunk Road for our Hindustani. Oh god, the Highlander series was terrible. Why did that guy have a ponytail? I don't know. One random spearman should be able to get this villager given enough time, but forget that. We are not here to watch a single spearman. So our Spaniard is pushing in. Our Malian needs to get his ass into the game ASAP. Gilnets is not going to win you this game. What kind of army does he have? He's training his first and only military unit. The Viper, though, also a little weird with the gameplay here. Only 3 military units, and they are all right here. These 3 BBCs? Okay. Military counts 126 to 108. Civilian population basically identical. Trade not up for anybody here. Corey, it is very much about immortal Scottish people. And the movie, the first movie, was absolutely amazing with Sean Connery. But the TV show had that actor, I forget what his name is. He kind of looked like a dirtier Lorenzo Lamas. And I just did not enjoy that show at all. But we've got Obo support here. These halberdiers are going bye-bye, as is the Spanish siege. Getting pushed back, bombard cannons. I'm surprised he's not going after these monks. Yeah, I love the first Highlander movie. Okay. So our Korean infrastructure is getting pushed back, even though these towers come with 13 range. These artillery bombards now come with 14. Oh, what a beautiful attack round there out of the Viper, who's very much using his lackluster army supply quite well. Let's see what happens here. What are they planning behind this? For a hot second, it looked like Team East was in serious trouble down here until those obuks came out. One of the most underrated units in the frickin' game is the obuk. Its attack is not the greatest for an infantry, 10+4 at maxed out. But the fact that it reduces armor, softens up a unit, and then the Cavaliers, and oh goodness gracious, winged hussars, do they have Lakitic legacy? Not yet. No attack radius yet. Okay, the Gabetos are here. Upgrades on them, +2/+2. Edelweiss, Happy New Year. Does Switzerland go all out for New Year? Oh shit, sorry Admiral. When I zoom in, I think it gets louder. I'll try to keep, you guys know sometimes I like to zoom in real nice and close. How many kills for these guys? 17, 18 kills for the Viper's bombards. And by the way, he has more villagers than bombards. But he's got to be careful. The Slavic siege onager. Oh, he gets one of the Viper's villagers. But I'm sure the Viper has no qualms about that whatsoever. By the way, what is going on here? How is this still here? Trade cart moving forward. So trade is up, it looks like, for the teams. What is the payload here? 106 gold is not bad, but they've got to be careful. This market is coming under attack very, very shortly. Ooh, fireworks. Corey, I have not. One thing I can say is that I never really got into Pokemon. Oh, look at that. Somebody's actually researching devotion. There's Lakitic legacy. So now they're going to come with an area of effect of half a tile. Shatagni. Okay, so to the south, our pole is pushing in. Our Gebettos, where are they? Okay, they're helping out here. Lots and lots of pancakes happening here with these siege onagers. Where's our Korean, and why does he not have siege onagers? There's supremacy for our Spaniard. Why the hell not? Does he have any villagers here? He's got 11 villagers here. Oh, the hand cannoneers here off to the side are going to have an absolute amazing time picking off all these infantry units. They come with a nice juicy +10, I want to say. There it is. I really like the Obuk attack sound, that like whooshing sound. 9 range doesn't mean jack shit when your opponent is right up in your face. These hand cannoneers need to back off, at least enter into the castle defensive radius here. Okay, so our pole has met a bit of a stalemate here. Speaking of stalemate, these players are this 2v2 up north has basically been happening for the last 20-30 minutes. I shouldn't exaggerate. The last 15 minutes, let's say. We've got elite elephant archers for our Dravidian. They fire when fully upgraded as fast as freaking Mangudai. 1.4 seconds delay. We're getting elite Gabetos as well. Okay, so the players are settling in for... where the hell did that trip think it was going? We are settling in for some potentially very hilariously awesome battles here. It looks like our Hindustanis, our Spaniards, have pushed back the Pole Malian Commonwealth. Yeah, these hand cannoneers, what do we think? 30-40 kills on them? 30 kills on the nose. And as long as our Spaniard keeps throwing meat in front of this army, the hand cannoneers are just going to absolutely wreck the entirety of whatever the Poles can throw at them. Oh yeah, if the Poles had, imagine a Paladin for 30 gold. That would just be crazy. The Viper, how many kills on these guys? 28, so not that much more from before. And where these elephants think they're going? Where are they going? Oh, they're threading the needle to get into this juicy line of bombards for the Viper. He does lose one. If only they moved a little bit slower, or maybe they were just cover for this 10 range siege onager. Oh, it bites the dust with having done nothing. Our Korean needs to focus less on towers, I think, and more on these siege onagers, so you can absolutely wreck everything that's happening here. And our Pole has been pushed back. Valis does have 1,300 gold. Why is he so shy about training more Cavaliers? He's stuck at 2 Cavaliers. He's spending the food anyway on these winged Hussars. Kill count for these guys must be in the 40s now. Yeah, 42. Oh my god, can you imagine a Paladin with Farimba? I mean, a Cavalier with Farimba attacks more than a Paladin, but even so, can you imagine a Paladin with Farimba that costs only 30 gold? Imagine combining those. There's a lot of these fun threads on Reddit that talk about if you could apply one unique technology to one other civilization, blah, 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 what would it be? Uh-oh. What's happening here? Why was there orange pinging here? Is he planning on cutting through the forest? Somehow the market is still up. Somehow this Obuch with his giant, hilarious warhammer is still whacking away at the foundations of that siege workshop. And here come some Spanish paladins, not yet fully upgraded, still missing the last attack. Now red is pinging here. I'm not too sure why the players are pinging where they're pinging. Blue has no siege. Purple has 1 bombard cannon. They have nothing that can attack into these towers and into these castles. Celts need armor upgrades. Celts were the best blacksmith. Oh yeah, can you imagine Celt siege with the ironclad? The Japanese need heresy. Oh my goodness, wood steel on an elephant would yeah. Wood steel on an elephant would just be absolutely very hard to deal with. Oh my god, he flattened his own units. 12 kills, 11 of them are friendly fire. The Korean towers focus on the onagers. Misses an opportunity to get all 3, just get 2. Although maybe he should have left those onagers alive. Odemeister is proving to be his own worst enemy. An elephant does fall, but so do 5 total onagers. Somebody, for God's sakes, kill this Obuch. The south has stopped. Why? Because the path has been cut. Oh man, Mongolian drill and Korean Shinki-chan would be epic. And you have fast-moving siege onagers with 10 range. Yikes. The Dravidians have the worst cavalry line in the game. I mean, it's kind of offset with wood steel, but that doesn't fix the lack of husbandry, the lack of the last armor upgrade, and the lack of bloodlines. They are very much a one-punch unit. By the way, speaking of one-punch unit, these paladins are in here. They see the trade. What's the payout for Team East, by the way? 122, so a little bit better trade. And all of a sudden, though, uh-oh. Team East with the fancy wood cutting has inserted itself into here. Red tried to wall this off, but you cannot wall off in Rage Force. It is a waste of time. The Viper finally has some semblance of an army with a massive 18 army supply. Scrap that. 18 was a second ago before these Hussars absolutely got shredded to pieces. Viper's got 149 civilians. Why does he not have an army? Is he just focusing on these bombard towers? How many does he have? 8 only. Our Korean is besieging the south. Our Dravidian is being besieged to the north. Let's see how well this is being dealt with. Our Spaniard is here. Ooh, let's look at the armor go down on the Paladins. 2 -1. Mangudai with recurve bow. Holy shit. Oh, you guys are coming up with some cool ideas. Let's see what happens here. Numbers going to the pole. Power going to the Spaniard. What is happening here? Green, what are you doing? Okay, he's cutting another avenue of attack, rather another path for these trade units. And Valis is just spamming winged hussars all the livelong day. Endlessly. Our Dravidian keeps pushing in for some strange reason into these bomber towers, who have 37 kills. Oh, man. Mangudai with, what, ballista elephant bolts, Brian? Double bolt for the Mangudai. Oh, the Gabetos finally show up and they are shredding the trade to pieces. 53 kills. 43. Let's just watch this as I cough 1 second. And it looks like Team West has resigned. Wow. I wonder how much of that is attributable to this cutting. Yeah, must be all of it, because look at this. The Malians, 65, 54 trade carts and villagers killed. Oh, what an absolute hilarious ending animation here. Not every day you get to see a villager launched from his trade cart. I want to see if I want to take a look at the Malians' economy and see how much help he got. An hour-long game, 255 halberdiers, 236 winged hussars. Let's see the trade. The trade wasn't great for anyone, really. Our Slav getting the most with just about 10,000. Our Malian, well, what the hell? This is the exact opposite of what I thought. Our Malian is actually the biggest giver of aid, and our Turk is the largest receiver. Very interesting. I thought for sure the Malian was so far behind. He does end the game with 131 villagers, second lowest on his team after the polls. Wow. And yeah, there's just way too much rating here to the back of Team West. Sorry, guys, I need to catch up on some of the chat. I think the Mongols were the largest contiguous land empire. But I do think in terms of how far spread, I think the British had the furthest spreading, because they had assets in or colonies, or whatever you want to call it, trading posts from South America to Asia to Africa. But I think the Mongols were the largest contiguous land empire, although I could be wrong. Now, whether or not the Celts were the best blacksmiths, that I don't know. I trust in the chat to figure that one out. But all right, fun first game. Let's keep going with some Rage Forest, because that was a lot of fun. Who do we have? Ganji, Nolo, Valis, Dr. Cosmonaut, Daniel's back, Odemeister is back, Samaro's back. So let's see if the team names stack up. Yellow, teal, orange, and blue. Actually, let's call this Team North. And we'll call you guys Team South. And let's take a look at who's playing. Let's go counterclockwise. Ganji this time as the Spanish and blue in his pocket. Daniel as the Bengalis. Okay, I like to see Bengalis. Odemeister in the other pocket as the Vikings, and on his flank, Samaro as the Khmer. And let's see Steak as the Japanese in purple in his pocket. Valis with probably one of the safest base locations I've seen in a Rage Forest match. In the other pocket, Dr. Cosmonaut, I believe the second best player from Turkey after Kasva, playing as the Mayans in gray. And rounding out Team South, Nolo playing as the Franks in red. Blue is already in here with a scout. Oh no. Is he going to get the sheep? What's he going to do with them? Oh no, he gets all 4 sheep. Nolo loses his sheep. That is so sour. No YOLO for Nolo as he focuses here in the front, trying to lure a boar. What is this sheep doing here? Where did you come from? Did he take one of Blue's sheep? And Blue took 4 of his? Oh, absolutely amazing. Amazing. I mean, I would love to take a look at the map, but if you look at the mini map, this is just about as ugly as you can get here. There is one avenue of attack between purple and yellow. Then there's a bit of a confusing corridor here in the center with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different fingers. And blue and red decide to carve up. You take the north, I'll take the south. Eagles tried to kill the villager, but the villager pops out. Now he's got a bit of Bengali support as well. And the eagle gets trapped. And gets double teamed here. Eagle dies. Infrastructure falls. I'm just catching up on chat, which explains the silence for a second. Yeah, this is not. This is a historic fantasy or a fantastical historic RTS. I wouldn't necessarily call Age of Empires pure history. Okay, yellow and purple have agreed to wall themselves in this way, but what is yellow doing? Why is he going with a little bit of a tongue out into the eastern part of this? Oh, he wants to leave one villager behind, but purple notices. Purple sees it. What's happening here? Ooh, a 3 boar pull. Let's follow along on this journey. It's been a while since we saw a good boar pull. The Mezzo civs would have... I don't know, Brian. They had some pretty large... I think the Aztec capital was quite large. Even, I think in like the 1500s, it was larger than London, I think, in terms of population. It also looked pretty freaking cool, Tenochtitlan, if I'm pronouncing that right. Could be Tenoch. I don't know if the CH is a hard K or a Ch. But it looked very, very cool with all the waterworks and the circular architecture. Yeah, it was very advanced. Red taking issue here to the south. No player taking issue here to the north. And let's see how this all shakes up because the players are still fighting each other. Oh, purple tried to lure a boar. What got him? The boar? Yeah, the boar got him. 1 kill on this boar. Abandons the 3rd one. And he now pulls only 2. And let's see what can happen here now. Looks like yellow is pulling in some marrow. Let's follow along on his journey. What happened to the days where players would pull like 5 boars? There would be like 2 wolves attacking. There'd be some geese in the way. Not that 3 boar pulls is anything to laugh at. Oh, he's trying that trick where if you build a house, the boars kind of just hang out and get all confused and don't know what's going on. So now they're just kind of hanging out here. If you didn't know about that trick, check it out. I think you just build a house and the boars, I don't know what it does. Maybe somebody in the chat knows, but somehow building a house right in front of the boar confuses it, stuns it, and then it kind of just hangs out. Not too sure why that works, what the mechanic of the game is that does that. I don't know why blue is taking this fight. He's outnumbered 2-1 here, Ganji. But has managed to sneak in this villager. By the way, These sheep are still here. Nolo, the lowest score in the game at the moment. This is an absolute atrocious opening settlement. There is literally nothing here as he focuses almost all of his attention on fighting over the palisade walls and this one random villager who is tracking this blue villager who constructs a barracks. Blue is pinging over here, showing his teammates, hey, wait a second, Nolo has actually snuck in a villager, but Daniel, our Bengali, is here. Oh, who's the wolf gonna attack? He's going after the red villager. That is sour luck. A 3-on-1 gangbang here. Not too sure red is gonna survive, although not too sure orange is gonna survive either. Orange is trying to micro this scout quite intensely. Rob Stark and his direwolf. Who will get the kill? Who will get the kill? Nobody gets the kill. No, what the hell was the point of that? Okay, orange shows up a little late to the party, attacks a palisade. He can't engage into this because this villager with his 3 attack will kill this scout with 0 armor. Oh, and he manages to poke the horse in the ass, and the horse does fall. How is he saving this villager? I know there's other things going on in the map, but I am so tunnel visioned at the moment. And now not only did he wall himself in, but now he made the wolf attack blue, and blue's gonna lose the villager, I think. Oh, the direwolf turns on his former master and kills him right as red plops down a barracks. But orange, I think, has seen this obviously with the team vision and knows what to expect. Blue is pinging over here saying, LOL, I've snuck in a villager of my own and now I'm building a stable. And probably we should go for a mill at this point and start harvesting some of these sheep. But let's take a look at what's going on around the map. Our Khmer doesn't need mills, doesn't need town centers, plops down 2 farms, keeps those villagers from being too idle. Looks like teal, purple, and green have agreed to carve this area up for themselves, giving teal control of the gold and the stone and the relic. Okay, so not too sure how hotly they contested that. Nolo is walling himself out from any kind of scout attack. No surprise there. Again, his settlement incredibly lackluster. When you start the game missing 400 food and then fighting over here, yeah, you're in a bit of trouble. Sorry, all I had to mute that to have a sip of tea. Blue is out. These villagers are going to try to finish the wall. There's one villager here to the right who's going to. It looks like he's walling himself in. We find a couple of dire. I don't remember that episode of South Park. Oh, it's a game. Oh, then I absolutely don't know it. Too old to have played the South Park game. Eagle shoos away these 3 scouts. Not too sure they need to be too scared of a single eagle. Maybe 2 eagles on the high ground could potentially cause some trouble here. But blue is just hanging out. Oh, look at that. Build a mill. Take the food. It's 400 food for free, Ganji. You're still stuck in feudal age. You have 62 food. You can't laugh and squander 400 food just like that. Red wants back into his base. His barracks discovered. Not lamed yet, but not really being very active at the moment. Fractured but whole. Honestly, I didn't even know that was a game. Oh, Admiral, you think they're going to add more civs? You think 45 is not the final number of counting here for Age of Empires? Yeah, I would love to see some more Mezzo civs. The stick of truth. I wonder at the end of the day how many civs there are going to be in the final iteration of the game, or if there even will be a final iteration of the game. Mangadai being trained here by Valis. No wonder he decided to give up this area so easily. He knew he was going to plop down a castle. He knew, but there are walls here. Stone walls with 1800 HP. As our Khmer begins his push in. Yeah, Edelweiss, I agree as well. Some African civs would be nice. Honestly, any new civs, as long as they're pretty cool and creative, I am all for. Ganji is just being unrelenting with his scout attacks, but these eagles, these Mayan eagles are here. What a waste of time. What an absolute waste of time. All of this stuff is blue is pinging here. Why? Maybe telling his teammates, hey, we need some help here. More houses are being plopped down for our Spaniard. Okay, so they busted in the purple's base. I saw some pinging up here. What is red training out of these barracks? Spearmen. Admiral, I would love if they fixed the pathing of the game. Before we went live tonight, I was watching Survivalist on Twitch, and he was playing Fire, and he was trying to micro his knights against eagles, and it was just atrocious. I felt so bad watching it. He would click, and the army just wouldn't respond. Oh, you know who I would love to see? Speaking of North American native civs, I would love to see the Comanches. That would be a pretty cool addition. They were pretty damn cool in real life. Pretty ruthless and amazing warriors. You got baited with a fake picture and everything, so they were gonna... The Mississippians. They fight you. They get all hammered on moonshine, and they fight you. Well, I do want to go there. There was an amazing documentary on Netflix called Last Chance U about a college in Mississippi, and it was just such an amazing documentary. It was so much fun to watch. Okay, goodbye Siege as the Mangdai show up with their what, +3, +4? +3 against Siege at the moment. Not elite yet. Red barracks down, having produced nothing of value. Goodness gracious. Yeah, Edelweiss, I agree. I don't know what they're going to do. They need to fix the code of the game, but to do that, I think the player base needs to grow by about 2 or 3 times, because I think the player base right now is something like 25,000 people playing this at any given moment. That's not enough for Microsoft to invest a few $1 million into recoding an entire game. So I think if the base does grow, and I'm going to try to do my part to help it grow, as little part as it is, then I think there's going to be a potential that they will do something like that in the future. Mississippians, is that a native civilization, Corey? Or are you making a pun? Because I thought you originally wrote the Mississippians. Age of Empires 5, just a better version of Age of Empires 2. Nah, don't mess around with this game. Ultra Definitive Finality Edition. I'm surprised that the Xbox population is high. I honestly am not from that generation that I think I could ever play a strategy game on Xbox. I like my God of War, my Uncharted. I like my first-person shooters. I don't know how the hell anyone can play this game with an Xbox controller. You can't spell. Okay. For realsies. Yeah, exactly. Age of Empires 2, the final, definitive, ultra conclusory edition for realsies. Ooh, you can play it laying down. I think I saw a video of the Viper playing laying down, but he had like this special like shelf that he put his keyboard on, and he was lying down on the couch and just playing that way. Oh, if they can find a way to make this game for an Android or just a smartphone in general, then they'll have the player base. But this game is never going to be for Android. There is just way too much happening. Yeah, I know. It's hard enough to play on the frickin' PC. I mean, how the hell would you even make an Android version? I think there are versions of it, or games that have the word Empire in it, that are Android. Right? Oh, is that what you're talking about, Admiral? I think there is like some game that's supposed to be very similar to this. By the way, where are the sheep? The sheep are still here. Man, if Team South loses, this is going to be because of those sheep. Let's take a look at the bases, by the way, while the action kind of begins to heat up. Red's base finally has some semblance, but look at his villager count, 46 villagers. The only one just as bad as the player exactly opposite of him with 48. But Blue has a castle. Sorry, I sneezed mid-sentence there. Neuralink. Sorry guys, I have to mute the microphone for a few seconds. I'm like a sneezing monster right now. Thank you. Eskimo Brill. I don't even know how you would begin adapting this game to platforms. I mean, this is a game where you need to balance about 10 different things at once. And anyway, speaking of those 10 different things, let's see what's actually going on the map. Our Japanese is pushing in. He is heading to Imperial. Okay, I wonder what we're going to see out of our Mongol here with no fewer than 4 freaking siege workshops. Goodbye market, goodbye monastery with 2 relics. Might want to evacuate those relics. Mangadai pick off a wolf as they head straight into a big juicy Mayan castle. Will they heal up? Nope, they are heading here. They want to take care of the Viking infantry that has incurred itself into the Frankish base, and our Frank is getting pushed into hard. Okay, he's setting up a bit of a rear colony. What a beautiful little area here, by the way, with stone, with gold. The problem is Blue has seen all of this, so he's going to know that there's an expansion here. Whether or not he'll be able to do something about it is a different question, but more and more players are hitting Imperial. Nolo, our Frank, no surprise, is the last one on his team to go up as a whole bunch of conquistadors show up. Oh, I didn't know that, Admiral. Conquistador versus Mangadai. Plumed archer support. I mean, this one conquistador is having the time of his life here. Ultimately focusing all the firepower on the Mangadai. One lone survivor here at the top of the hill with 5 kills. Pretty impressive. What is happening around the map? All of a sudden there's things are lighting up. Our Japanese push is pushing in. I don't see a faster firing rate, so no Cataparuto for him just yet. But red and gray have been split in half. Our Mayan to the south, our Frank to the northeast. There is a mixed Bengali Viking infantry incursion. Let's see how well they do. For now, the Elephant Archer is not exactly doing too much. Okay, although honestly not too much they can do here with a castle. These elephants cannot engage into a castle. We're getting pikes, so their attack speed is going to go up 20%. Blue is pinging over here. Why is Blue pinging over here? Not too sure. Somebody's got to go here. Okay, so our Viking is chasing our Frank. Our Frank, 2 very optimistic monasteries. A backup town center is going to go up any second now. Oh, and look at that. Our Mongol trying to cut through the forests. Yeah, exactly, Edelweiss. Although on the low ground, they took an absolute terrible fight, those conquistadors. Even though they hit. And now the Mangadai is going to take on the world's toughest task. 5 elephant archers. And down he goes, having done very little damage to these elephant archers. Purple is in Imperial. Cataperuto, not yet. He needs Cataperuto. Pack, unpack, fire faster. Okay, so this is why blue was pinging here. He wanted orange to go and take on these onagers, not siege onagers yet. Oh, that was such a ugly, ugly shot there. Plumed archer versus elephant. Oh no. Oh no. Bye bye, plumed archers. You are not getting through 8 freaking pierce armor. Oh god, why are the plumes even doing this? This is an absolute disaster. Okay, finally he does take the high ground. Orange realizes what's happening, joins him on the high ground. And those guys are definitely all going to die. Oh, the worst thing that can happen to you when you're trying to get your town center up, your emergency town center, is for a whole bunch of wolves to show up. But now the Mongol is here. And he's got drill, by the way. His unit's moving at 0.9 tiles per second. These Bengali elephants need to be very, very careful. Yasama prioritized for our Japanese. Still no Cataperuto, I don't think. 2 markets. But they're going to start trading soon, which is going to help them out. They are the one. Team South is putting on a good amount of aggression. That being said, to the east of the map, our Frank is just falling apart. Looks like he did manage to convert a few of these Viking units. Yeah, 72 HP means he converted them. Our Mayan needs to pivot his plumes up north. They come with an attack bonus against the infantry. They should not be taking on Bengalis. Our Mongol should be the one taking on the Bengalis. But our Mongol is busy. Oh my goodness gracious. Ends up killing more of his own units than anything else here. He's got to be careful. Samurai are out as well. So in this alternate universe, the Mongols and the Japanese are working in tandem. There was no great wind. There was no invasion attempt. They are friends, and the Bengali elephants stand, and they are going to die. Oh, goodness gracious. Be careful. You're killing a lot of your own hussars. What's the kill count? 38. Only 3 friendly fires. Pretty good. Oh, they've entered the castle firing zone. I don't think he realizes that. Oh yeah, Brian, for sure. The Discord is going to be created tomorrow. And then I'm going to create all the little sub channels and everything else that goes into the Discord. But I am officially going to open it tomorrow. I'll have a community post about it. And then we're definitely going to have some community games and some fun with that. I was looking at some rules of other channels on Discord, and there's a lot of stuff like no swearing and stuff like that. Am I weird? Like, I don't really care about swearing. Swear all you want. Maybe just not at each other. I don't want people fighting in my Discord. I don't want people fighting in my chat or things like that. But I don't really care if people swear. The Treb's taking a bit of a break here. Yellow's base has been cracked into. Somehow Red has held. He's getting his first castle up. He's got a converted elite elephant archer for a hot second, but then it dies as well. Now our Mayan is getting pushed into. He focused way too much on taking on the Bengalis. If you're gonna focus as the Mayans taking on Bengalis, at least upgrade your skirmishers. At least throw that second javelin. First LAN tournament in my living room. Yeah, the winner can change my baby when he shits himself. That'll be the prize. But yeah, Brian, people online are just vicious animals for the most part. But I don't know. As long as if people are friendly with each other, I don't really mind swearing. Samurai show up. They are taking on villagers. They are trying to kill whatever they possibly can, as more and more of these 118 HP Mongol hussars do stream in. Yeah, you know, maybe I'll make that the last place prize. If you get last place, you're on diaper duty. If you win first place, you can crash on my couch. Sorry. Sorry, Jesse, I didn't mean to make you cough. Actually, I'm gonna cough now too. I'm gonna mute my mic. Yikes. cavalry are moving forward here for our Spaniard. Upgrade lackluster, still missing blast furnace, a minute away. Yeah, our Frank has stabilized ish. What is he training? Throwing axemen. But the problem for him is our Mayan has been eviscerated. I mean, this base is no more. It's been gutted. And now the Frankish town center is going to go down. Not that he really needs it here right now, except maybe to train some more villagers. He's already got this. He still has he noticed, by the way, that these... Yeah, he sees them. Attack the house. Get the 400 food. The mini-map looks like an absolute crazy situation happening right now. There are fires everywhere. Our Mongol is here. These Bengali elephants need to be very careful. Okay. Not, you know, you have something called range. You don't really need to engage full frontal. Although probably Valis microing about 1 billion things at once, plopping down infrastructure in his enemy's base. Oh, that could be a good idea. The winner chooses where to order pizza from. Although your choices are Domino's or Pizza Hut. You get to cook for me? No. I don't. Wouldn't make anyone cook for me. Oh, trade cart goes down as a castle goes down. Our Mongol. I mean, I don't know what the hell is going on in this game. I don't even know who's winning this at the moment. Our Frank is moving out here with throwing axemen. Upgrades on them. Ugh, +1/+1. He's getting gutted here by berserkers, who, by the way, should be generating gold for Teal every time they kill one of these villagers, right? 5 gold now. And maybe you should go after trade carts as well. That being said, oh my god, Teal's base has been eviscerated. Now he's replacing it with a base inside of Gray's base. Gray is replacing his base with a base inside of Yellow's former base. What is actually happening here? Our Frank with another castle. I mean, he did have stone here. He is an Imperial, which means those castles are back to 488 stone. Converts another elephant archer. Now, luckily for him, these elephant archers come with 8 pierce, but not melee armor. The Mongol here is really crushing it. I mean, look at the scores. The Mongol is about 4,500 points ahead of everyone else. No surprise there. There is a, what, 1 monk in here, not a relic. Ooh, a rib buffet. Oh man, I miss the Montana's rib buffet. I'm at that age where if I go to an all-you-can-eat buffet now, I get worried that I'm like, oh my god, am I gonna have a heart attack after this? I miss the days of being like 18 or 19 years old and just doing whatever the hell I wanted. Eating whatever I wanted, drinking. I mean, I can still eat and drink whatever I want, but now it comes with this weird nagging feeling in the back of my head like, is my left arm tingling? Am I having trouble breathing, or am I just creating this illusion in my mind because I'm a negative thinker? Or heartburn, exactly. Yeah, the throwing axeman is a pretty badass unit from the OG. I used to get serious heartburn until I oh, never mind. Forget the discussion of heartburn. So who ended up resigning? Really? Even though Team North pushed into here, dislodged Red until he had to basically back himself into a corner, dislodged Gray until he had to go across the entire map to rebuild his town center, they still lose to that Mongol push. Man, oh man, are the Mongols OP. I mean, Team North did have more villagers and trade cards, but their army supply is down half. Yellow just not capable of rebuilding anything right now. He's got 7 Hussars, does our Khmer. Weird farm placement here as well, with a few tiles in between them. I thought you might want to just squeeze them in as much as possible, kind of like here. But wow, I did not expect that. I didn't expect the game to end, by the way, exactly at the 50-minute mark of the game. Actually, let's see who trained what, 105 elephant archers, 200 Mongol Hussars. Oh, look at that trade playing no role. Our Mongol, the biggest donor. Our Mayan, the biggest receiver. Although it looks like there was a parallel here between the Bengalis and the Spanish as well. Relic gold going to our Viking. Kills, I can't see the kill count being too high in such a short game. Relatively short game. 500 kills here for our Mongol. Yikes. Wow, I did not expect that to happen so quickly. But green and purple just absolutely saved the day here. These samurai, 30 kills on them. Not bad at all. Excuse me. Let's move on to the third game. That was a fun one. Actually, Brian, I'm going to try to find us. Let's find a Jerry game. If you're not familiar, so back in the day, about a year ago when I was live streaming basically every night, we stumbled across this player named Jerry. And Jerry would just do crazy... Oh, what the hell is this? This isn't Rage Forest. Oh, this is Runestones. And Hera's playing in this? Okay, we have to watch this game. But before we do, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a history into who this gentleman is, Jerry. First of all, I have no clue who he is. If anyone knows him or knows how to reach him, I always say, let me know. Would love to get in touch with Jerry. He just does fun, bonkers things. So we are on Runestones. I'm going to zoom out because this looks like a chicken pox version of Arabia. And let's see who our players are. We've got teal, green, blue, and gray. So that would be Team North-ish. And this would be Team South. So let's see who we have here in gray. Hera as the Japanese. Not a player you see doing 4v4s very often. Jerry in his pocket. So look at that. Hera and Jerry sitting in a tree. M-I-N-I-N-G. All the gold on the map. In the other pocket, we've got Menunez as the Italians, and on his flank, Cambridge as the Berbers. They should do well on a big open map like this with those speedier villagers and awesome cheap stable units. Hapicon 6139 as the Burgundians in orange facing off against our Berber. In his pocket, Neman as the Britons. That'll be fun to see. Skordos as the Franks in yellow, and on his flank, the Max as the Portuguese in red. Jerry and Hera in the same team. I mean, does Jerry always choose teal, Brian? I thought, yeah, Edelweiss, I thought he was blue a lot of the times. Mandela's a... But anyway, we caught wind of Jerry because what he would do is, if this is his settlement, he would go all the way over here to lure boars, and then halfway through he'd get attacked by 3 wolves, lose all the boars, and then go home and having accomplished nothing. But through the days, through the weeks and months and years, he has actually become quite good at Rage Forest. Let's see how he does on a more open map. But I'm going to apologize in advance. With Hera on an open map, things are going to get very crazy probably. And we'll see how, if I can pivot to all the action. Although it doesn't look like there's a lot of wildlife in terms of boar. I see a lot of clumps of deer. Lots and lots of clumps of deer. I don't really see a lot of wildlife aside from that. What are the dangerous animals? Again, we're working with wolves. Okay. A little bit of repetition. Never hurt nobody. Hera pulling in deer. Guys, I'm just going to check the messages real quick as we watch Hera. You guys hear that popping, by the way? Someone's lighting fireworks in my parking lot. Maybe that'll be my first place prize. You guys know I complain so much about my parking lot. People doing donuts in here and things like that. You'll get a baseball bat and you'll come downstairs with me and we'll beat the shit out of whoever's making all the noise in the parking lot that night. That'll be the first place prize. Do I sound angry? Angry enough? Let's see. Bear with me, guys. Just 1 second. Okay, sorry, I'm back. So a little bit of a different meta here than Rage Forest. Nobody has to wall anything off, which means the players can focus primarily and first and foremost on their economies. I'm in Canada. So you'll be playing in a Canadian prison, which, believe me, has Wi-Fi. I once went on a date with a girl, or a woman, I guess I should say. We were in our mid-20s, late 20s, mid-20s, man. God, that was like a decade and a half ago. And one of her family members had committed white-collar crime in Canada. He had run some kind of investment hedge fund Ponzi scheme, similar to like what Bernie Madoff did, but because we're in Canada, it was a much smaller, lower stake Ponzi scheme. And he got put into a white-collar prison here, and he told her all the stories. So when you wake up, you know, you do gymnastics in your cabin, because you get a cabin, not a prison cell for white-collar crime. Then you did a cooking class at noon where you learned to make all of the most delicious Italian delicacies. And then you just went out onto the lake and you rowed your boat. You did some fishing. This is a white-collar Canadian prison. Now, the U.S. takes their shit a lot more seriously, their financial crimes a lot more seriously. So if you're going to commit financial crimes, not that I'm ever telling you to commit financial crimes, but, and this is not advice of any kind, try to do it in Canada. An algorithm that plays out of the... You'll bring the Swiss... I used to have a Swiss Army knife growing up until my teacher told me I couldn't bring it to class. It was such a small little thing, and they still told me I couldn't bring it here. A double archery range here as our Japanese. Will we get to see cavalry archers out of him? They do come with an attack bonus now against the foot archer units, and our Portuguese probably will add in a few foot archers, although I'm not too sure cav archers are the way to go against any kind of major gunpowder. Yeah, rehabilitation at its best. I don't know what the statistics are for how many people who get out of a Canadian prison reviolate or break the law a second time or a third time. But I'll never forget when I was in Norway. I was living there for 6 months in 2004, and we learned about their penal system where prisoners, I mean, obviously not for things like murderers and rapists and things like, oh, like the actual, like, real disgusting crimes, but a lot of their crimes, they get paid when they're in prison. And so when they come out, they have a good chunk of cash. And that's what happens, I guess, when you have so much oil like Norway and Sweden do, that you can just afford to pay your prisoners. And they also are in open air prisons where they learn rehabilitation. I remember there was a documentary that they showed us where one guy in prison was making knives, and he was in there for murder. And the person interviewing him was asking him, like, should I be concerned that I'm interviewing you? You killed somebody with a knife, right? And he's like, yeah, but I don't kill anymore. Now I'm reformed. It was so much fun to watch. It was hilarious. In any event, penal codes and prison systems, not what we're here to see. Cambridge shoos away a Britain incursion. Our Britain very far from home, moving forward with more and more light cavalry units. As the Portuguese base now gets swamped with those Hindustani light cavalry units who try to insert themselves here into Nook. So Hera and Jerry, the dynamic duo. Who is Batman and who is Robin? I think we know the answer to that question in this particular team up. Are taking on the Max. Where is Yellow? What is he doing to support his teammate? Nothing. He has enclosed himself off from the world entirely, Howard Hughes style, and now moves forward with a single spearman and 2 scouts of his own. Oh, I think my phone hit something. Sorry, guys. Sometimes if I do go silent, it's just me trying to figure out some chat or something looks like it maybe froze on my screen. I don't want to keep apologizing because then it's gonna eat up. It's gonna sound annoying if somebody's watching this after the fact and all they keep hearing is me saying sorry. So if I do go silent for like 3, 4, 5 seconds, I'm still here. Ooh, a poke at the Italian villager, and our Briton absconds. Now he's gonna try to take out this scout. I mean, Hera picked, or maybe he didn't pick, but he got the worst possible color on this map. Gray. I'm looking at the mini map. It's just so hard to see, but Hera and Jerry are here. Skordos are Frank. What is it with the Franks that they just get attacked into so much? Hera's archers a little bit too far from the fray to support, but now, uh-oh, the Portuguese have shown up. Everyone is still in feudal. No one is going up to Castle Age. So I guess that's a big difference here between Rage Forest and more open maps. The players are a bit more comfortable sitting in feudal age with feudal age aggression. Purple is pinging over here saying, hey, Orange, I'm leading some villagers your way. Get them archers ready. And those archers are ready. Immediately gun down one of these Italian light cavalry units, a scout, I believe. Yeah, now I sound like a Canadian. I'm apologizing for apologizing too much, which might be the most quintessential Canadian thing. I remember in grade 3, I tripped over someone in the hallway and they had their legs out and I didn't notice, and I was walking with my backpack and I tripped over their legs and they apologized to me. And I was like, whoa, that is incredible. Okay, so we've got a bit of a 2v2 situation where green and blue are pushing into orange. Purple is here to help. No one is yet heading up to Castle Age. This scout, spearman that he sent, Skordos, about 1 billion years ago, has just shown up and done not much. Jerry and Hera have been repelled. They are heading home. Hera with his archers. Jerry. Oh goodness, looks like Jerry lost all his scouts. Where are his scouts? Looks like Jerry lost all his scouts. Ooh, but Hera's back. This was a feigned retreat here. Does gun down 2 Frankish scouts. Oh no. But now high ground archers are here to support. But look at their HP. Yuck. Absolutely terrible. 50% down HP. And they're outnumbered. This is a fight that Hera is probably going to love to take. Although for now, the yellow scouts are providing a good meat shield for these red archers. Hera's the one who loses an archer unit. Do Canadians get road rage? Oh yeah, no, Canadians are, how do I put this? Canadians are very polite, but a lot of times, shouldn't say a lot of times, sometimes that politeness is, it's very thin. And so if something happens, they get very angry. I used to live right downtown Toronto, right downtown, next to all the clubs, the restaurants, the bars, all of them. So I got to see everyone leaving the bars at like 2 in the morning or going to the bars at like 10 p.m. And there were a lot of angry Canadians. When I lived in Oslo, I don't remember seeing so many angry people heading to the bars and coming out of the bars. There were a lot of angry Canadians, but yeah, on the whole, they are a little smug, or we are a little smug. I do. It's a chill kind of environment, but yeah, just don't provoke. I'm more of a fan of the New Yorker attitude, where if you do something to someone, it's just, sorry, 1 second, guys. Where if you do something to someone, they call you out on it. Like if I cut somebody off in my car, if I'm jaywalking in New York, which is basically every time I'm in New York, it's just endless jaywalking, and there's like a taxi that wants to go and it's his right of way, he'll yell at me. He'll scream out his window and call me names and wave his fist, and then he'll just drive by. And, you know, I learned my lesson. Whereas in Canada, they'll be very polite, but then they'll actually fight if the situation escalates. Whereas I find that in other places where people just immediately kind of say what they're feeling, it ultimately does lead to less altercations. Does that make any sense? Oh, Brian, you worked for Scotiabank. That's pretty cool. That's very cool. But yeah, I've seen Canadian road rage. Purple pinging here desperately, saying, hey, we've got to figure out a way to get this group of archers. Army count 73 to 83, villager population 150 to 170, so the numbers are fairly close. Red yet again here to the back, this time with crossbows. Okay, so our Portuguese is going bipedal archer, foot archers. What is Hera going to do? Where is Hera? He's going crossbows of his own. Okay, surprised we're not seeing any cav archers out of him. Boom, 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 boom. You've heard similar with Swiss people. Yeah, because there's a difference between being polite and being nice. And I just find that people who are polite in Canada generally are not very nice. I don't know if that makes any sense. Anyway, enough of the cross-cultural bashing of Canada. Canada's an amazing place. I've been to Switzerland. I found the people to be quite pleasant. Ooh. I've only once ever experienced somebody being mean to me in Europe, and that was in Paris. I have a thing because I'm like, you guys know, I'm a big man child. Everywhere I travel to, doesn't matter where in the world, I have to eat McDonald's there. I need to know what a McDonald's tastes like in Madrid. I need to know what a McDonald's tastes like in Oslo, in Berlin, in Paris, in not Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic. I need to know what it tastes like. Don't ask me why. It's just a thing that I like to do. And when I was in Paris 18 freaking years ago, my goodness, and I stopped a random young person thinking, okay, they're young, they're gonna know where the McDonald's is. I'm not gonna stop some 80-year-old. And I asked them, où est le McDonald? Excusez-moi, où est le McDonald? And man, oh man, did this young guy start yelling at me, why do you want McDonald's? There is such delicious food in Paris. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna eat that too. Relax, man. I just want to have myself a chicken sandwich and see how different it tastes from the one that I eat in Canada. You live near Paris, you don't like Paris? Yeah, I can see that. I guess it didn't help that it was in the summer and it was like 42 degrees Celsius. You once had pancakes with honey. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Yeah, Brian, I try my best. Oh, I would love... Yeah, Parisians are a different world. Don't get me wrong, everything else in Paris was awesome. Everyone else was friendly, but that one person, it's the only time I've ever experienced that kind of treatment. I mean, like I said, I was in... I've been all over Europe, and I never once ever experienced anything like that. Somebody getting angry that I asked where the McDonald's was, thinking that I was some, like, uncouth animal. Honestly, right now, I don't know what's going on in this game, to be honest. Army counts are identical. Team South, they're starting to fall behind in villagers, mainly because those villagers are getting sniped. But I don't really see any kind of coordinated effort or attack out of these players. Jerry keeps moving in between these bases with his camels. What is Hera building? Hera's going crossbows. I don't know where his crossbows even are. Are they at home? It's so hard to see when he chooses the gray color. Okay, there's 14 out of 37 of them are here. It looks like the only real coordinated attack here is between our orange Burgundian and his Briton ally. Our Briton has no ranged units whatsoever. Gate goes up, gate goes down. Ooh, Australia. Talk about places I really want to go to. What an absolute disgusting mangonel shot, though. I really cannot wait to get my ass over to Australia. It's such a long flight to get to from Toronto. I think it's like 2 days of traveling. So you kind of have to mix it in with other things like a layover in Tokyo or Shanghai or, ooh, Macau. I can't, what the hell? Look at this trail of dead freaking crossbows. Was it the Knights? Was it the, yeah, it was a combo of the Knights and the Mangonel. I can't wait to go to travel to Macau. I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if I've mentioned it frequently. I'm being sarcastic. I think I mention it every freaking time I open my mouth. I love to gamble. And Vegas is one of my favorite cities on the planet. And I've heard Macau is like Vegas on steroids, and I really cannot wait to go to Macau. Orange is pinging over here, telling his teammate, hey, let's attack this way instead. Purple has a mind of his own, pivots the other way. What is this one knight in the front here? How much HP does he have? Isaac's clicking skills, 1 HP he's got. Okay, all right. See what he can get done with 1 HP. Orange is here with his crossbows. We'll be able to defend against these light cav. We'll see how many of his crossbows end up dying. Blue has come to reinforce as well, but not really necessary at the moment. Am I missing something on the mini-map? Where are Hera's units? He's only got 9 crossbows. Oh, they're all inside the archery range. These camels out of our Hindustani are just basic camels. Not a single player is an Imperial. The first one to hit Imperial will be Hera. Not far behind will be our Portuguese, which is very interesting how that worked out. The Portuguese and our Japanese literally opposite of each other. Both are the ones going up to Imperial. Paris is like Socotra. Villagers fight any innocent person that can hit. I'm telling you, everything else in Paris was very pleasant. I really enjoyed Paris. Somebody left a copy of Dan Brown's Da Vinci Code at the Louvre, and I picked it up. And then when my parents went 2 years later, I gave it to them, and they left it at the exact same spot where I picked it up. I think it was one of those, like, library boxes or something that somebody had left. And let me catch up on some chat here. Won't regret it. Clear blue skies. The beach is great today. Oh, yeah. The only thing I'm afraid of Australia is the insects and all the wildlife that can kill you. I can't deal with like poisonous snakes and cockroaches. Oh goodness gracious! Our Portuguese has very much overstayed his welcome. He's not Imperial yet. He just lost a whole bunch of future archer units here, and now he's smushed in here between a rock and a hard place. No matter what, you did drink some alcohol. What are you drinking? What are we having tonight? Thanks so much. I hope your swim goes well. Number one, F you for going for a swim while I'm looking outside my window and there is a foot of snow everywhere. I'm kidding. I hope you have a good time swimming. Jerry is the new Leary. Ooh. We'll see. Jerry has potential. Look, he's got the highest villager count on his team in the game. He's got a pretty decent army supply. Hera's villagers are getting sniped now, but he's an Imperial, and he's doubling down on crossbows. I'm assuming arbalests at some point. Ooh, vodka and beer. I hope you're not mixing the two. What's the nursery rhyme? Liquor before beer, and you're in the clear. Beer before liquor, and you'll never get sicker. Drop bears. I have not heard of drop bears. What are drop bears? Is that like a type of jello shot? Arbalests incoming in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There they are. Oh, you love to see them. Okay, purple. Finally, somebody gets a castle up. I haven't even noticed that there haven't been any castles on the map. I'm so busy yammering on about international relations here. The first castle looks like it went up for our Italian. What is our Italian going to do? Now, with the Pavice upgrade, he could take a pretty good fight against some of these archer units. Oh, man. Our Briton is going arbalest as well. This is definitely a different breed of game than Rage Forest. Hera is inserting himself into the red base. Red's crossbows. He's got 22 of them. Hera's on move command. for part of this, and he's engaging underneath a tower. This is a disaster for our great Japanese. Holy shit. Hera gets taken to Pound Town. He is going for elite skirmishers now as he trains 27 more. They are not done. He is here with Jerry. Jerry is not yet in Imperial, which explains why these are just basic bitch camels. Oh, drop bears. I know. Yeah, I know what drop bears are. I thought you were talking about a type of booze because I asked you what you were drinking. I know what drop bears are. I've seen all the YouTube videos. There we go. Jerry's finally upgrading to heavy camel rider. Our Burgundian is here with cav archers. Where are those Burgundian paladins? Where are the British archer units? We are seeing 11 British knights. He is taking down very slowly a siege workshop. Yup, Jerry gets this one. Yeah, this game is amazing so far. I mean, this must be, for anyone who plays this game, playing alongside Hera must be like one of the best feelings, even if you lose ultimately, which doesn't look like they're losing, even though look at the scores. They're about 2% different. That is not bad at all. Getting to play side by side with Hera, that's pretty freaking cool. Looks like our Italian is raiding. I'm really hoping we get to see some kind of unique unit out of our Italian. I maybe not Genoese crossbow, but start spamming some condottieri somewhere. April 1st. Man, a lot of zany things in Australia, huh? There's one of my favorite TV shows is called Utopia. It's an Australian TV show. Oh, Mangonel gets the Treb, but then gets gunned down. Let's take a look back in the western part of the map. Hera is back. This time the tower is not full of anything, so these Arbalests, I mean, they're taking a pretty bad fight here. But I guess he's just happy to snipe as much as he can. Yeah, the Max is playing as the Portuguese, and he's opposite of Hera. So not a good place to be. Between Hera and a hard place. The camel sounds. Let me try to get that camel sound for you. Oh, we got Custeliers are coming out. Where are the camels? Where is Jerry? Can you hear Edelweiss? Can you hear them? Or do you just hear me clicking my mouse like a madman? Our Portuguese, what does he have to stop this tide? He's got 31 Arbalests. They're not going to do very much against Imperial Camel Riders. Oh, actually, maybe not. I forgot that the Imperial Camel Rider, like all camels, just comes with 0 base armor of any kind. These Arbalests might actually do a fantastic job now. Their HP is going to pretty much be the problem here for the Max. Oh, and they die. Oh my god, Brian, can you imagine? Does anyone have an Age of Empires ASMR channel? I should let what's-her-face know. Who's that famous, oh god. Who's that famous ASMR woman on Twitch who was like the first big one? Amaranth. I'll let her know to get some Age of Empires going. Arbalest taking on skirmishers, probably not what they want to be doing. But there's enough of them that they are going to shred Hera's army to pieces. And finally, where has our Frank been this entire time with his basic knights? He is still in Castle Age. What are his resources? Okay, so he's still 400 food, 400 gold from going Imperial. Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is probably the worst decision you could make. Okay, but now it's 3 versus 2. Engaging into Imperial camels with basic Frankish knights from early Castle Age. But the Arbalests, how many of them are there here? 39 Arbalests are enough to destroy Jerry's entire army. He has to rebuild like the $1 Million Man. Rebuild bigger, better, stronger, faster. Our Japanese continuing to go with the foot archers, and here comes the Berber. Where's Chris when you need him? To show us the Berber way, but they're engaging underneath castles. That's not good for them. They are also not that great against Cavaliers, so he needs to retreat here. Amaranth saying Woololo would be cool. Right? Man, when I log into Twitch to watch some of these, like I was talking about earlier, I was watching Survivalist before this live stream. I think Amaranth was live with about 11,000 people watching, which to me is absolutely crazy. Now, Memb and T90, they had at one point almost, I think, a little over 10,000 people watching when it was the finals of what the hell was it recently? The NAC 5. So it's good to know that Age of Empires can draw the same numbers as a scantily clad woman whispering into a microphone. This map, I mean, look at the map. Team North has basically gobbled up 2/3 of the map at the moment. Cavaliers finding villagers. This is a very risky map to have villagers. You have to be very comfortable with losing villagers on this map. Army count, Team South 190 to 173, but look at the civilian population, mainly because one team has trade with 122 gold and the other team absolutely nothing. Now the question is, will Jerry plop down some caravanserai, or is he too busy in the front here with a very aggressive castle? Again, I don't think the camels can really take this fight. He's going after the bombard. Our Frank is 28 seconds away from Imperial. Will he get the paladins? Yeah, I really hope AoE continues to grow, both selfishly for the channel and because I just like this game so much and the community is so awesome. I mean, Brian, you've been with me here for the last year live streaming, even before the idle villager joined the team game in my apartment. Camel Archers taking on Arbalests. Who wins this? Our Berber doesn't want to stick around to find out. He absconds into the safety of his town, of his two castles. Hera is just continuing to wander around the map and push into these bases. Guys, I'm going to take a sip of tea, but I will keep my mouse here as we follow Hera's army on its journey of killing as many villagers as possible. I will be right back. No, I had to cut my tea ceremony short. It looks like Team North. I mean, is that a big surprise? Look at the map. Again, they've taken over 2/3 of the map. Our Portuguese just a little bit too slow to respond to this push out of Jerry and Hera. Where was Yellow? Why did he take so long to get up to Imperial Age? And why did our Briton not leave his Arbalests here? Where did he take them to? I think he just took them here to the front to fight these Camel Archers. Wow. Okay, so something a little bit different. I hope it's entertaining. I try to be myself, and myself is a silly man-child, and so hopefully that is entertaining. Okay, well, that was a fun game. Not exactly a Rage Forest game, but let's watch another Jerry game. Ooh, this one with Slam as well. Slam, if you're not familiar, fantastic Canadian player. But I do need to finish my tea, so let me introduce and see what's what here. Kazi, green, red, and gray. So you guys are definitely Team West, making you Team East. And let's see what's happening here. We've got Slam as the Saracens. Oh, so a Canadian in one of my favorite civs. In his pocket, Kazi is the Romans. We haven't seen the Romans or the Saracens today. Balvin as the Huns, another civ we haven't seen. Chinese, another civ we haven't seen. Basically, out of 45 civs, we've seen only half, it looks like. By Scorpion 145. Opposite of him, on Team East, we've got Major Myth. Not just any myth, but a major one, playing as the Vikings in purple. In his pocket, Capra Montana as the Lithuanians. The other pocket, Savvy Empire, also a fun Twitch streamer, as the Japanese. And rounding out, we've got Jerry as the Incas, giving everyone a free llama. everyone on his team, I should say, a free llama. And there we go. Let's see what kind of shenanigans Jerry gets up to on Rage Forest. Let's follow on the journey as I sip a little bit of tea. Actually, let's follow the villager. And forget the Eagle Scout. Let's follow the villagers. I will be back in about 15 seconds. And we are back. And by we, I mean me. Ugh, is there anything more annoying than a lake forming part of your forward position? Although, this might be the biggest lake on Rage Forest we've seen. Wow. Okay. We'll see how the players decide to wall this off. Looks like a bit of a fracas here in the north. Let's see what we're working with. 2 scouts and a villager versus 2 scouts and a villager for a hot second, right up until Capra Montana lost his scout. And purple is pushing out. Savvy is 1700. Is that 1v1 or team Elo? Yeah, this is basically like, I mean, how many docks can you fit into here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 at a minimum? That is crazy. And then you can fill the middle with fishing ships. Although it looks like, I'm looking at the mini map, it looks like there's 1 lake for Team East, whereas Team West has 2 more standard sized lakes. So it makes sense why this one is so big, because they only get 1 of them. And here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Welcome to the wonderful world of Jerry. As he pulls 3 boars, they get attacked by a wolf, and his eagle is running interference. It looks like Savvy Empire also was trying to help out. Let's see if Jerry can pull these boars. I mean, it looks like he's pretty much getting them. This is the kind of fun stuff that Jerry... Oh, I appreciate that. What should I call you, Jesse or Eskimo Brill? I appreciate that in any event. I hope you feel better. Gute Nacht. And I will see you hopefully in the next one. Oh, wow, he put himself the goal. I love when that stuff happens. I love all these like challenges that the players do for themselves when they live stream. It is just so much fun. Subathons and goals and Elos and stuff like that. Kazi, not to be outdone by Jerry, is pulling 3 boars of his own. No wolf here. Get the third. Get the third. Why did the scout attack it? Why did he attack it with a scout? Did he just go like this and highlight all the units that were available? And now Jerry is going to get attacked by a wolf right as his scout defends him. Oh, no wonder he's so scared. That villager has 6 HP. Villager will be able to kill this wolf, I believe, but... Why is Blue walling his own teammate out before his teammate can even get there? A little bit of a weird situation here. Okay, so a thick wall off to the top, less thick wall off to the bottom, and a very confusing, I mean, what do you even do here? It looks like Team West doesn't want to contest this area at all at the moment. They want to save first, so they might just want to boom right now. Double wood wall off. Eskimo is fine. Awesome. Well, Eskimo, I hope you feel much better. Drink some nice tea. Some of that good German beer. And those delicious schnitzels. And hope you feel better. Who plopped this down? By the way, what is Green doing? He's heading up to Feudal Age. I mean, What is the settlement that I'm looking at? What am I missing here for green? What do I feel like there's missing a mill? I mean, I guess he's going with the dock heavy. I don't know why I feel like this is a bit of a strange looking base. Maybe just because there's no mill when there's already a mining camp out. Militia engages with the direwolf. The direwolf lunges forward, but does ultimately die. And let's see what Jerry, our Inca, does. I'm very curious to see how Jerry plays the Incas. It looks like we already have 3 militias out on the map. They're going to encounter this double wall off. He's seen it, so he knows it's going to take him a while to get rid of that wall off. Our Chinese is trying to push into purple here. Why? I'm not too sure. Probably wants to plop down a dock of his own to contest this lake. But purple's not having any of it. Brings a villager, 2 villagers, repairs it, and Jerry. Men at arms. Not quite a synchronized attack, but still pretty fun to watch. Let's see if he manages to bust into here. Bust in he does. A tower goes up. What a beautifully placed tower, by the way. Look at the arc getting all of the wall off. So Jerry... Oh, maybe not all of the wall off. These 2 guys are going to be pretty damn safe. I'm not too sure where these 2 think they're going. Maybe to draw some arrow fire away, but they don't need to. Oh, Kazi. Kazi is building a stone wall behind this. Okay, so Jerry's attempt to penetrate the base is done. He may as well just try over here. No, here he's walling himself in. What is our Hun doing? Our Hun is going straight up to Castle Age. Blacksmith Market. We know what that means. And now the mill is finally out. Okay, so I guess he just didn't need it before. Jerry's base, by the way, also a little bit lackluster. A little bit dispersed. A barracks and 2 houses over here. First to castle will be our Chinese, who still, by the way, has a sheep left. So good job with that. Let's see what he decides to do. Is he still here? No, he's not. His villager has gone the long route back home. Okay, more and more players are hitting castle, although they all seem to be on one team. But in about 2 minutes, all 4 members of the other team will be in castle. So in about 2 minutes, all 8 players will be in Castle Age. Our Inca is now walling himself in. He made such a big show of busting into here. Now he's walling himself in. Outpost as well. So he's going to be able to see not much, I don't think. Let's see. Oh my god, he doesn't see anything because this villager gets shot to death by the mangonel. Tariq, I am not playing, but I appreciate the sentiment. I hope I win too. Oh, this is what our Chinese wants to do. He wants to plop down a castle here. This is just casting the games. And now it looks like we are less than a minute away from everyone being in Castle Age, so a good time for us to pivot and look around what's going on. Looks like this monk wants to get this relic. There's an Eagle Scout here already. What's their attack bonus against monks? +8. Detente continues in the center of the map. Chinese castle is up. He is going for the outposts. Not the highest of value targets. Where is his siege workshop, I wonder? Nowhere. He does have a blacksmith, so he can build one. And now we are all in Castle Age. It looks like possibly our Lithuanian wants to head up to Imperial. How many relics, by the way, does our Lithuanian have? He's been in castle for a while, I think. I don't see any monasteries for him. No, so he doesn't have any relics. But he does have one right next to his base. And now the monks are going to shoo away the Eagle Scouts. I'm surprised the Eagles are running away. Jerry doesn't really need to run away with these guys. Just go straight for the monks. Forget. There we go. There we go. Just a little love tap. Oh, so all the dilly-dallying, all the indecision. He ends up losing one of the Eagles to a conversion. And then another to a mangonel shot. Although now... Okay, now's the point you delete your Eagle. Oh, never mind. 2 Eagles flowing from the south. But wow, slam. With the fantastic attack rounds, and Jerry will finally find a use for his men-at-arms. 1 mangonel down, a second will go down. The infrastructure that was plopped down here by Slam gets repelled, and Jerry, no easy feat to hold off against Slam. I think Slam is what, like 2,400 elo? Chucanoos. Man, oh man. Okay, so we've got 3 docks. Not the most efficient placement of docks by the players, but our Chinese, this is what he wanted to do 20 minutes ago. And he is busting in here. Blue is pinging, telling his teammates probably, hey, we're about to get attacked on the water. Smoke on the water. Fire in the sky. Another monk for our Saracen dies. Slam is being very cavalier with these monks. Might want to train a bunch and then release them slowly. Casters always win. Yeah. It's easy to win when you're not the one who is doing any of the work. Ooh, let's see what Scorpion does with his demo raft. Can the mangonel not reach the villager? Oh, it gets stopped halfway en route to the fishing ships, and now he's stopped. Okay. I do remember the tournament you mentioned, Brian. And I do remember Locosair trying to keep up with his speed. One of his sponsors made a raffle for a gaming computer. Hello. That's not a bad idea. I mean, our Chinese is being pretty tenacious here. This is a waste of resources, in my opinion. But let's see, this incursion into the Saracen settlement has been cleaned up, but more and more Incan Eagles are streaming forward. They are now warriors. And let's see. Oh, Locosair won it. Oh yeah, he gave it away. That's the baller move. 6,000 participants. Holy shit. That is actually a very, very decent thing of him to do. But yeah, the odds of that are just astronomical. I shouldn't say astronomical. They're 1 in 6,000. Which is an odd that I will take any day. The scratch tickets that I play, the odds of winning the biggest jackpot are like 1 in 50 million or something like that. Big lottery scam here in Canada. Tinkle, tinkle, go the Eagles. First bolt, second bolt. 4, 5. Is Jerry just not noticing this, or is he fixated somewhere else on the map? The Chucanoos, I mean, they're clearing up infrastructure, but they're giving Purple time. He's now got a castle that's pushing into our Chinese settlement. So pulling a reverse Uno card at where these Eagles come from. They got a few, I believe they do come with attack bonuses against ships. Yeah, +1. Fishing ship +1. Cleans it up. I mean, going Scorpions against Eagles is a pretty interesting move on the whole. Not too sure would have been my choice as the Saracens, but our Hun, Balvin, is 37 seconds away from Imperial. He is getting ready to start supporting. What is this? Now this is how you do... oh, he's missing a bit of space here on the right. This is how you do fishing. Let's go back to the Battle of the Big Lake, where our Chinese has been dislodged. No, be careful. What is Jerry? I mean, Jerry's infrastructure is... Age of Empires is one of these games where, you know, people do this, right? They plop down in clusters because it's pleasing on the eye. A lot of people are like me. They have obsessive compulsive personalities where they like things neat and tidy. And this, Jerry says, F that. I'm just going to build shit wherever the hell I want. A barracks over here, a castle originally here, now here. Although this would be a fantastic place for a castle. Real king of the hill. Our Lithuanian needs to get this relic. Somebody train a monk and send this to the Lithuanian, who is doing what, by the way? He's going archer units. So he's going hand cannoneers as our Lithuanian. Chinese castle is down to the Lithuanian gunpowder. Let's see it. Okay, I thought this castle to the south would do a lot more. So our Lithuanian is pushing in. Jerry with a defensive / offensive castle. Not going to get much done with that. What is Slam doing? Our Saracen, let's try to figure out what he wants to do. He's going fishing ships, so he's got 105 civilian population and no army. What's his stone count? 490, 590. He's buying stone. Slam, where's his castle? Okay, let's see Mamelukes, please. Sorry, no matter what, I just saw your message. Rigged. Rigged or not, it's a nice move out of him to have donated that laptop to someone else. But wow, Brian, was it a laptop or was it a desktop computer? I was thinking of doing some kind of giveaway or some kind of something for 5,000 subscribers. I am nearing it. Yeah, Edelweiss, right? I mean, look, they all do it. Every player does it. Look at these clumps of buildings for yellow. Look at these clumps of building for red. Look at this perfect row of Japanese barracks. Look at this. And then look at Jerry. Okay, never mind. Now he fills it in a little bit more. Okay, so never mind. Jerry's going slingers. Slingers against Mamelukes. Not too sure about that. But against the Romans, here come the legionaries backed up by Hunnic paladins. Our Inca is not ready for this at all. He's going to have to sacrifice a bunch of these villagers. No! Now Jerry is pinging over here. These villagers are going to get trapped. Oh no, Japanese infantry, you might attack faster, but not against a paladin. Emergency wall off here for the players. It looks like Jerry's base, together with Savvy Empire, has been breached. Where is our Saracen? Where are his 10 Mamelukes heading up to Imperial Age? I mean, Roman infantry, let's see if they have committed tenses. Not yet, so no charge attack, but still a +4 attack bonus against other infantry is pretty damn good. I wish we saw perhaps a few Centurions to help them move and attack faster. Sam, Happy New Year's. Thanks so much for joining. Yeah, long live Age of Empires. Oh no, the Lithuanian gunpowder, which was so freaking powerful, gets surrounded by our Hun and absolutely taken to Pound Town. He's got one bombard cannon left. It is protected by berserkers. Berserkers and hand cannoneers will do quite well against these paladins. Berserker's a very durable unit. Maybe Jerry. Yeah, he has a fetish. But where are the paladins? I guess the Japanese infantry. Now two-handed swordsman. There's Kataparuto. Where are the champions? Oh, the slingers, the pathing is so bad. Are they? Oh, look at them. They're one-shotting the Roman legionary. Damn, that plus, what is it, 10, 11? 8? What is it? Plus 10 against infantry. Still no charge attack for the Romans. Still no centurions here. Elite Mamelukes en route. Red needs to get his ass over here. Slam. Where are your Mamelukes? They are all heading south. Why are they heading south? They're gonna die to these hand cannoneers. Elite Centurion. Okay, so we are gonna get to see Centurions. None of them yet. And look at Jerry with a little bit of a rear maneuver here. Forget the tower, forget the legionaries. He is sniping them one at a time. That being said, look at the goth style spam of legionaries out of our Roman, who is just, look at this bloodbath here. Jerry doing fantastic work with these slingers. But the Roman castle is here. The Japanese is trying his best. He's still 38 seconds away from champions. Team East is pushing in, and the bottom much better than Team West is pushing into the top. And I have no clue why Slam decided to send his Mamelukes down here. No clue why he decided to do that. And leave his, I guess the trade-off is that the Hun is going to send his paladins up north. And up north they go. That's what I'm talking about. These hand cannoneers, 44 kill on 41 units. Not the greatest, but they're going to get a whole bunch more kills now. The elite Mameluke, 133 HP, is going to melt. Maybe not. The hand cannoneers are focusing down the paladins. The berserker meat shield is gone. Maybe I'm being a little bit overly pessimistic here. Our Lithuanian says, forget the relics. I do not want to go heavy cavalry. Oh. Now, this is not something we see every day. So many slingers. Not something we see every day at all. Decides to delete his own wall. Get at these units much quicker. Centurions, though, they're not going to fall to the slingers, and they are fully upgraded. Look at that armor. 5/5 against this slinger that does 9 damage. Our Hun is now starting to spam these hussars. I mean, I'm looking at the Saracen. He's got 46 Mamelukes. Where the hell are they? What are you, Red Dot? You are a trade cart with 83 gold in your pocket. Oh, they're here. 35 of them are here. 102 kills. You guys asked me why I love this unit so much. Look at that insanity. Look at that bonkers number. 107 kills. Gonna be 108 very soon. With the extra HP at 133, they're just so damn powerful. Our Japanese is besieging the wall off. Not necessary. A waste of time. Push in through here. Jerry alone, together with some halberdiers, is trying to stem the tide of Roman aggression. He's got 28 slingers left. Tell me they have committed tensies. Still no committed tensies. There it is for our Roman. But where is his infantry? There it is with that charge attack. Castle goes down for our Viking as more and more Mamelukes show up. Actually, fewer Mamelukes, but more kills. Murder holes for Savvy Empire. All right. I can dig it. Okay. There you go. There's a good use for 4 champions. The rest send over here. And now it kind of looks like Team East is pushing out huge. Joao, nice to see you. Happy New Year. And yeah, Roman Scorpions, please. So far, we're seeing just a bunch of Centurions, and they look like they're dying here. There's enough Incan army here. Our shields for our Lithuanian. Let's see if these Hunnic paladins can do anything. I'm not too sure against so many infantry units. Now, remember, the Incas, at this point, they do have a cheaper food cost on their unit. The Mamelukes are moving in through 2 castles. Oh, you've got a good HP. You don't have that good HP. He's down to 27, 26, 2,500, 2,400. Why are they moving so freaking slow? And now he's getting walled in, but doesn't matter. He can take down this blacksmith in a matter of seconds, but he didn't see it. I guess he did move command. The absolute move out of the game here, out of purple. And all of a sudden, these Mamelukes are down 2,000 HP. But they're in. This is the only thing that matters for Slam, is these camel scimitar throwers are in. But where is he going? Okay, he's gonna set up shop. We'll keep an eye on this number. 80 kills right now. Our Hun is left alone to puncture this attack, and puncture it he will, together with a little bit of support from our Chinese player, who has, I think, just disappeared from the game for the last little while. Where the hell are these Mamelukes going? He's looking for trade. It would be my guess. Let's see if he picks at this one. No. Maybe he's not looking for trade. I suspect he's looking for trade. Oh man, even more Mamelukes are here. 25 of them. Incan towers are going up. Keeps, I should say. Slingers in synchronized attack. Units are dying left, right, and center. The Mamelukes. Is it me, or are they moving super slow? Why are they moving so? Did he not get husbandry? I feel like they're moving really, really slow. By the end of 2024, I think 2 or 3 more civilizations will be added. Okay, halberdiers are dead. Count has been reduced to 20 more. Halberdiers are massing in their lines to take on this camel unit. Our Chinese base has been gutted, but he is still around. Why is he not trading? Oh, he's got no gold. I was gonna say, why is he not training more Chukanus? What is he trading? Arbalests. Okay. Oh, trade card does go down, but the Mameluke incursion, a little bit lackluster, to be honest. I think Slam lost way too much HP threading the needle here between 3 castles, but oh, Purple is planning a nice surprise. 51 elite berserkers, upgrades fully upgraded. They are going to shred this Chinese army to pieces. He's got 80 berserkers. Teal is pinging over here. What does he want? What is he trying to show? Oh, the last thing you want to be doing as a cavalry civilization is taking on a forest of halberds. Even if you win, you are not going to withstand the next wave, which is coming in here to the right side. Oh, the left flank closes as well, and the Hun has to retreat. Look at the army count. Team West, they're down more than double the army count. Elite Lechai for our Lithuanian. I guess, why the hell not? How many relics does our Lithuanian have? I'm struggling to see a monastery. 1 relic. There's a second one right here. Oh no. 1 relic for the Lithuanian. I mean, taking on a berserker face to face is a suicide mission. This is such a powerful unit. I'm just looking at the attack speed just to see. For hill forts as well for our Lithuanian. I guess he wants extra range. 9 range on these town centers, which means these Mamelukes that are coming in the next wave, if they do come, are not going to be very successful. And Slam's Mameluke still moving like molasses in January. Holy shit, are they slow. And they're going to their doom. Literally to their doom. There's champions here. There's halberdiers, and there's an onager. Slam's castle, his second last castle, does go down. He is not training anything else out of here. Our Hun's infrastructure is in jeopardy. I mean, yeah. When your base is absolutely flooded with this many berserkers, you know it's GG. Not much you can really do at the end of that. What an absolute fun game. Guys, my throat is just absolutely killing me. Let's take a look at the stats, and I think I'm going to call it. I really did want to reach midnight. Maybe I should have started the stream at 10. Sometimes I do stupid things. Sometimes Isaac does really stupid things. That's going to be on my tombstone. Isaac, born in 1982, died, let's say 2025. The tombstone will read, did stupid things. 94 Mamelukes. I'm shocked that that's the most trained unit for Team West. With all the Hunnic Paladins, all the Legionaries, all of it, it's really the Mameluke that gets trained the most. That's shocking. What's also shocking is Slam's use of the Mameluke, sending it all the way down here and not taking on Jerry's Incan army. So guys, Jerry has won 2 out of 2 tonight. He was a good father. I'll leave that to my son. I'll leave that to my son to decide. 201 halberdiers for Jerry, who again takes 2 games out of 2. Oh yeah, look at this. How did they lose this game? They literally had like 20,000 in trade. The other team had nothing. Our Japanese had 104. This is literally 1 trade card. Relic gold also going to our Roman. Our Lithuanian ending the game with 3 relics at the end of the day. Kill count not the highest. 464. Interesting, a very strange Rage Forest game. Jerry, though, the man to watch. I really do want to get in touch with somehow reach Jerry and have him come co-commentate on some of these games. But until then, yeah, no trade gold at all. That's embarrassing for Team East. I guess they were just so focused on them. I mean, at the end of the day, they won the game. So maybe not that embarrassing, but I think this is what won them. 76 Berserkers. Attack bonus against building +5. My goodness. What an absolute surprise that Purple was brewing here in the nook, in the corner of his base. And our Chinese player, who started the game very aggressively and with Chukanus looked like he was about to hammer through, ultimately kind of shat the bed. And what was he training? Skirmishers against Berserkers. Go the way of the Chukanu. But in any event, everyone, like I said, my voice is really starting to hurt. My throat is really starting to hurt. And I believe this will be the last game cast live, recorded, premiered, whatever, in 2023. I want to thank everyone who has joined me throughout the year and especially tonight. And even though some of you are already in 2024, I'm going to wish you a happy new year anyway. And thank you so much for joining. If you're new here, if you're lurking in the background, do hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. And like I mentioned to Brian about an hour ago, there will be an announcement in the next few days. I am opening up a Discord. And once I figure out how to create all the little sub channels and things like that, I will definitely be making an announcement. We'll start doing some community games, and we'll start sharing some pictures of cats and dogs and other cute little things like babies and other things that people like. Because why the hell not? I have fun sharing nonsense, and so I'm going to share a lot of nonsense with everyone. And I hope everyone shares a lot of nonsense with me. And with that nonsensical statement, I'm going to end it. How do they have no trade? I guess they just started the trade right now? Please send greetings to your mom, Nubia. Nubia. Feliz Año Nueve? Is that how you say it, Brian? Feliz Año Nueve Año? Nuevo Año? Nueve Año? Or is it Año Nueve? Happy New Year. Nubia, your son is awesome. He is here. Chatting, watching. Some good old-fashioned Age of Empires. Nuevo. Yeah, okay. De nada, amigo. I hope you have a fantastic night. And everyone else, Joao, Happy New Year. Edelweiss, Happy New Year. I will see you guys very, very soon. And yeah, I'm just going to end this because you guys know I suck at these outros and my throat is absolutely a mess. I'll see everyone in 2024. Very excited. Good night, everyone.